Oh, yes. Oh, it's me. It's me. It's me. It's DDP. Not really. I'm Broshmo. What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy. Hoping y'all having a good day. Very nice, very nice. If you're not familiar with what we're doing tonight, it is Walk the Mock. It is a real-time draft simulator where you will select a team. Like me right now, I'm currently on the Dolphins. I'll probably bounce around to something different. But you're gonna be drafting against other people. You're gonna be drafting against people in the chat. You're gonna be drafting against me. It's a load of fun. We do at least go for the next year. We're gonna be doing this once a week. Once we get into January, February, March, full draft season, we'll be doing these streams multiple times a week. And it's just a good time. Just a good time. You do have to be a premium member at Walk the Mock, but if you use promo code Broshmo, it'll get you 20% off. So check the description. If this is something you want to do, partake in. We're more than happy to have you. How you join one of these after you become a premium member, I'm gonna put the lobby in the description. I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm gonna put it on my Twitter. Go follow me on X. I'm a good follow. I have a good time there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Bam, it's in the description. It's eventually gonna be on my Twitter. It is in the chat. Get it up here on my Twitch. Why? What's up with this? Okay, it doesn't want to go on my Twitter. It is what it is. I'll just discard this sucker. Try this one more time. Okay. Just doesn't want to go on the Twitter. Guess it is what it is. Well, regardless, feel free to hop in. I'm going to go ahead and get to the chat here in a sec. We got a few y'all up in here. We got Aaron, Jeffrey, Daniel. We got Big Dub Network. Hello. Hello. Israel, will they still be the commander? Okay, we're asking blatant questions. Just watched yours and Hail Mary Sports' mock. That mock was from like almost a month ago. What do you think Miami drafts in the 2024 with our first and second picks? I'm hoping just offensive line. Offensive line would just, excuse me, make my day. It would. Now, I'm going to keep the clock up there. That way y'all know how much time y'all got left to join these. These will be fuller as we get through further down the end of the season and into the off season. They'll be harder to get into. So here's your chance. I think Washington could draft either or. Olu or Alt. I think they're both very fine selections. I think they're both fine selections. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Worth it, worth it, worth it. All right. Now, these lobbies stay open, so just because the draft starts doesn't mean you can't get in. So, again, link is in the chat. Link is usually on Twitter. See? Something went wrong. Something went very wrong. But it's also in the description. Where is Cam Ward going to land? That's a good question now that Ohio State's in the market for a quarterback. I would love to see him in Miami, man. I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't know where he's going to land. It'd be interesting, though. Raiders fan really hoping for franchise QB. Thoughts? Trade up. Who do you like as offensive lineman for our Dolphins in this draft? There's a plethora, guys. It's a really good offensive line draft. Like that's why I like the idea of going tackle, if it's still available to us in the first round. But if not, I mean, with our second pick, I mean, there's gonna be so much offensive line talent available. It's gonna be beautiful. I have an interesting take on this Patriots number 3 pick. Olu, Alt, Bowers, Harrison. I mean, maybe. What are you gonna reach for a quarterback? I could take some guesses here. And I say reach by not taking Williams or May. If Marvin available, Washington should. Oh yeah, no, they should take him and trade Mr. Cardio. Mr. Cardio deserves better. Let's be honest about that. Mr. Cardio deserves better than what y'all have given him. All right, well, we get 30 seconds into this sucker. I think since I got like my pick of the gander, I think I might just take the Giants. Oh, no one's taking the Bears yet? Maybe I'll just take the Bears. I think I'll just take the Bears. They make the pick that they should make. There, I said it. Thoughts on Riley Leonard visiting Notre Dame tomorrow? Well, that is where he is projected to go. So I imagine he will probably be playing for the Irish next year. No trades, no trades. Do trades next week. Doing good, Ben. Doing good. Oh, Landon, you just spoiled it to me. I was just gonna wait and see what you did. I might as well get in here. I have not put my rankings in there, so just gonna have to rely on my beautiful little spreadsheet that's always available. Here, let me. Here, where's studio mode? Oh, if I go here, well, okay. First and foremost, taking Caleb Williams. Okay, so it does work that way. We're gonna hop off studio mode and we're gonna go like that. I don't know how you traded the computer. There aren't trades in this. Oh, maybe there are. Maybe I didn't. Like, maybe there are trades in this one. But I did not think I allowed trades in this one, so we'll see. All right, let's check out how these picks have. Okay, I got a minute. I gotta see what's going on. All right, so Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison going to the Cardinals. We got Brock Bowers going to the Patriots. Leaves me in a conundrum. I would love to trade down, really would. I don't really have the time to trade, so I guess I'm just gonna have to make a pick. Which I think I think I'm actually gonna go with a receiver. Where the heck is Malik? There he is. I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 DJ Moores on my squad. This team is gonna have all of the vertical ability and the ability after the catch. And since it's 3 rounds, we'll just go ahead and take a gander at what's available. Are there really trades? Got how to trade in this anyway. Is medical checks out? Where do you see Peyton Wilson's range? Probably 3rd rounds. I think even. I mean, as long as it's not like horrible in terms of medicals, because I think it's a couple of shoulder injuries with him. I'm pretty confident it's a couple of shoulder injuries. I could check real quick, but as long as those check out fine, then I think he's probably in the 3rd round area. Where are you at? Peyton Wilson. Let's see. He had an ACL tear his senior year of high school. Tore his ACL, and it was the same ACL again his freshman season. And then, okay, it was the shoulder injury in 2021. And then in 2022, he underwent surgeries on both of his shoulders. And then he had an undisclosed injury to end the season. Or no, yeah, yeah. So yeah, as long as the medicals check out, you gotta imagine. Where would Olu and Alt go in last year's draft? Who was last year's draft? Oh, it was Paris Johnson and company. I think that Olu and Alt probably be 1 and 2. Gotta imagine they'd probably be 1 and 2. But we got Drake May going to. I wonder how. Like, where can you even make trades? I'm like just curious how you made a trade in this because I'm pretty sure the tab's normally here, right? I don't know. More power to you, man. More power to you. Roman Dunze going to the Jets. I kind of like the idea of Jets going receiver or tackle. I think those offense almost has to, almost have to go offense, right? Mm, Latu going to the Chargers. That's interesting. Oh, maybe you're fed up with Bosa and his injury woes. You think Forbes is a good corner? He ain't right now, but I mean he can be. Just because of a bad rookie year doesn't mean he's down and out. I think whoever you bring as DC though is going to be very critical. To is that Forbes pick going to end up being good or bad? Because I think y'all are going to be stuck playing like a quarters heavy defense. I think that just benefits Forbes. Like you're not going to be coming in here bringing in you're not going to be coming in here with like some guy that wants to run a man heavy defense. That's just not going to work for Forbes. It's just not. Thoughts on May taking over as QB1 for the Falcons? That's best case scenario. Got Jared Verse going to the Titans. And then the Raiders pick is in. I imagine this is Daniels. It's Bo Nix. That works too. I only said Daniels just because the trying to connect the dots with like it's got some guys on the coaching staff there that used to be on the coaching staff of the Sun Devils. And we're gonna see the Saints pick here. Let me keep track of this sucker, at least who the top guy is on my board. Via here. What was the Giants trade? They got a first this year and next year, and a third. Probably the only trade in this mock because I'm pretty sure I clicked no trades, so I guess we'll see. Saints pick is in. And they go Dallas Turner. They get some edge help. Not a bad option. On a side note, if you don't know, now you know. I got my own draft guide. It's an Excel spreadsheet where I have like 300 to 400 prospects currently with full evals. It updates through the whole draft season. Just a one-time payment. Whether that's on PayPal or Venmo, coming to Cash App soon. And yeah, one-time payment. You hook me up with your email, and I give you access to it. And you get to see it get updated in real time and all that great stuff. It's a great way to support the channel. And a great way to know who the heck your team drafts and know a little bit more about them than you probably would other hand. Yeah. JC Latham going to the Packers. I really do like that pick me in corner right now. What up, Flex? How you doing, bro? Oh, I went to the wrong one. There we go. There we go. Now everything's looking good. Rams taking Nate Wiggins. They grab corner help. I think that's A-okay. I think that's all right. It's all right with me. Now, these are computer picks. If you're just joining us right now, you could get in on this mock draft. Just follow the link in the description. I'll even post it once again up in the I'll even post it up in the chat. Matter of fact, I might just make that the pinned comment. There, it's the pinned message. You gotta be a premium member at Walk the Mock, whether that's monthly, yearly. But if you do, use promo code Broshmo. It gets you 20% off. It's already at a good price, but you could get it at a better price. Get it for a discount with promo code Broshmo. Check out the link in the description for that. Just follow the link to the lobby and then pick a team, and then you could jump in on this draft. The Falcons got Drake May Emperor. Thoughts on Makuba going back? Well, he's not just going back to school; he's transferring, and I like that quite a bit for him. Some team's going to get one heck of a versatile defensive back. Drazon Newton going to the Bengals. Interesting pick. I don't think it's a pick that it's not a DJ Reader replacement. That's not the type of player you're going to be replacing Reader with. All right, Bill's about to make their selection. Keon Coleman, that's a great pick. He's here on the board. Go ahead, snag him. And then Cardinals are going to be selecting here. And Kool-Aid McKinstry, that was the next player I thought was probably going to come off the board there. I mean, I don't have a pick till the third round, so won't really mean much to me. They got Denver up on the clock here. Chop Robinson feels like could be the pick there. They could go edge. They could go corner. Kalen Keene probably is looking like he's going to come back. Not an ideal season from him. He's kind of outside of the corner conversation at this point. Yeah, Coleman with Allen. Yeah, that's a great combination. Like Allen, if you're going to keep throwing those arm punts, Coleman's a great guy to throw those arm punts to. Oh, JT Tuimoloau. Okay, over Chop. A little bit interesting. Got the Giants on the board here. I wonder where T. Higgins does land, Augustin. I do wonder where Higgins will land. He had an all right game last night. Took a lot of pressure off Jamar Chase. A lot of pressure. Jamar Chase went off last night. The game was wild. Oh, Productions. I'm sorry. You could still hop in the draft, dude. You got the membership to Walk the Mock. Just follow the link to the lobby. Like, you could hop on a team if you want. That's wild. You got the notification late. Maybe I gotta start these a little later then. Like when I go live and then have them set up for like 15, 20 minutes later. All right, we got Chop Robinson going to the Giants. That's not bad, man. Aziz can't stay healthy. Getting someone next to Thibodeau ain't a bad option. I mean, if they're going to trade down, I think that's good. I think that's a good choice. Got the Colts on the board. That pick's coming in 2 and 1. The Giants got a player named Chop. Yes, they did. Rams need a QB. Maybe not right now. They go Kalen Keene. Kalen Keene, I think he's kind of fallen down a few draft boards because he's already working at what, like 5'9", 5'10", and just not an ideal season this year from him. So I think he probably returns. Jan Daniels going to the Vikings. That's a good pick. That's probably about the range I'd want to take QB3 around that. You get to pick 15, and I feel like that's probably where you feel good about the next quarterbacks coming off the board. But quarterback, it's an overvalued position. Not overvalued, but in drafts, they go a lot higher than many other all positions. So you got a guy ranked at like 25, 20 on your board. He's probably going to go close to the top 10. Hey, what up, random? All right, let's see what the Seahawks got. It's Talanise Fuaga. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. I will say that. That's interesting. I feel like they're kind of set. Granted, Abraham Lucas still kind of coming back from injury. Feels like it was just kind of like to do that in spite of the Steelers, you know? Ooh. Well, here comes the Steelers selection. I mean, we haven't seen Mims yet, so maybe we see Mims come off the board. They could go with a corner. A lot of good corners in this class. Oh, there goes Mims. Mims is the right selection. And Texans pick is in. They're going Braylon Trice. So getting some more edge help there. Grenard's had a really good year, but he is a free agent. See what the computer does with my Miami Dolphins. Would have loved Mims. Would have loved Fuaga. Kind of is what it is. At this point, I mean, you could still go offensive line. You could go with best player on the board. Question is, what would that be? Honestly, Cooper DeJean would be a great pick for Vic Fangio's defense. Well, Eric, with DJU, he is going back to school. Not to Oregon State specifically, but he's currently in the transfer portal. So there goes Cooper DeJean. Okay. Solid pick. What do I think is the deepest position group? It's wide receiver, man. Wide receiver is really good this year. Cowboys on the board. We got, I'm going to call you Ruv. Denzel Burke to the Cowboys, please. Or Patrick Paul, Jeremiah Trotter. Feels early. DJU is going to Florida State. Oh, has he already confirmed? I saw like Daniel Daniel Gabriel was potentially going to Oregon. I don't know if that was confirmed. Hey, Rocket Sanders. He decided to enter the transfer portal. That one's gonna be interesting. All right, we got Terrion Arnold going to the Lions, and we saw Emeka Buka going to the Cowboys. That's interesting. All right, let's see what other transfer portal guys do we have going on right now? Oh, okay. We got a 5-star. Oh my gosh, Patrick Payton's entering the transfer portal? No kidding. Wow, that's interesting. Payton was just starting to like come alive too. Should the Steelers take a shot at Quinn Ewers or JJ McCarthy? I mean, round 2, I wouldn't mind that. So LT Overton, defensive lineman from A&M's transferring too. Really noticed him much. Oh, walk the mock, baby. Martell, you can hop into this sucker, dude. You can literally just jump right in. Rub said, "Oh, we draft receiver and I'm out." All right, bud. Take it easy. Man, that's wild. Patrick Payton. I didn't expect to see his name. All right, what else we got going on? Dang, Tyler Shuck announces he's transferring to Louisville. What? All right. All right. So Chiefs go with speed, get Xavier Worthy, Denzel Burke going to the Jags. The transfer portal has been crazy, hoping that Michigan State can close on the Oregon State backup quarterback. Not sure how 24/7 Sports has ranked him or has him ranked as the number one QB in the portal, but I'm not complaining. Yeah, well, I mean, we just haven't seen a ton of him. He's at times come in lieu of um, DJU this year, just because I mean he's just a ridiculous athlete. Let's see, I'm looking for other names right now. I don't see any. Rocket kind of being the big name right now. Tyler Nubbin to the Niners. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, they just had Hufanga go down with injury. Gibson's up there in years, so for Seattle, I would take Troy Fatanu and move him to left guard if no QB falls to us. It's not a bad option, man. People really love Fatanu, and I see why, man. He's really good. Yeah, well, I mean, Rocket Sanders was, yeah, he was beat up this year, unfortunately, but yeah, he was fun last year. Who did the Bears take? Look at the screen, Kirito. Look at the screen. Kamari Lasser going to the Ravens. Caleb Williams and Malik Neighbors going to the Bears. Of the players who made the Final Four, who do you think stands to improve their draft status the most with the big game? JJ McCarthy. I think is an easy one for me. What do you think, Gojo? You don't care. You're like, I don't care. We got a quarterback. I ain't got to worry about the Chiefs. I think JJ McCarthy can make some good money now up against like top tier, high end competition. Not that he has, but just Penn State wasn't called upon. Ohio State. Of the oh, I just read that. You're good, Kirito. Do you think Ashton Jeffrey should transfer? I wouldn't mind if he did, but he's gonna be next year's running back class is gonna slap. It's gonna be pretty darn nice. You're in Las Vegas, Mr. Mike? Oh shoot, man. My folks live in Vegas, so have fun. Grant Barton going to the Eagles. That concludes the first round. That's right. We're only one round in. Tyler Nubbin or Cam Kitchens to replace Diggs would also be nice. We need to cut some people to make enough money to re-sign Leo. If we don't re-sign Leo, it was a terrible decision since we could have got a left guard. Yeah, no, I mean, if for the Seahawks, it felt like it was a move for a playoff team, which they're in the conversation, right? They're currently contenders, but it felt like it was a move trying to like hey, we're a team that doesn't have a lot of holes. Go out, let's get this proven commodity and just kind of help out our defense a little bit, help out with the pass rush. Going all right, Mike. It's going all right. Bears should have the 5th pick currently. I mean, neighbors would be there, but just point out. Yeah, no. The draft order looks like it's from last week. I'm assuming. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we'll push this to Friday next week. Ooh, Sweat's an interesting pickup for the Cardinals there. Ooh, I don't mind that, man. I like him in the second round. The only thing with Sweat you're going to be asking yourself is he like a 3-down player? Troy Franklin going to the Patriots, so they just continue to add playmakers. They grabbed Brock Bowers early. And then Washington, they're going to be selecting Chris Braswell. Braswell's nice. I like Braswell. Great tools, great length, great athleticism. A guy that is just needs a little more polish to his game. Oh yeah, that's right. They grabbed Olu. Oh, I got the hiccups. Washington with their other pick are gonna go Troy Fatanu. So grabbing more offensive line help. I like that direction. So you kind of seal up the guard positions with Cosme and Fatanu. You get Olu to come in there, and you kind of get off Leno's contract because Leno gets pretty expensive next year. Am I doing the mock? No, I'm only picking for the Bears tonight. Walk the mock. It's basically where everyone picks a team, and we draft for that team against one another. I already have a new mock draft out. By the way, thumbnail deserves beautiful thumbnail. Deserves much more love than it's getting. It's not auto draft. It's walk the mock. Yeah, I don't think y'all are. I don't know. Okay, 3 hour. I think a lot of that is Gino's play came back to earth somewhat. Leonard Taylor, by the way, going to the Giants. Like Gino's play wasn't sustainable. Last year it was ridiculous. His completion rate downfield, adjusted completion rate downfield was like 58%. Typically when we talk about like some of the top high end quarterbacks, top 10 quarterbacks, they're going to be around 40 to 48%. Him at 58 is just ludicrous. You knew that number was going to go down. So and it did this season. Couldn't pass on Troy Franklin falling there with the lack of talent in our wide receiver room. Hey, I don't blame you, man. Just at some point, I mean, unless y'all sign Kirk Cousins, you're gonna need a quarterback. At some point. What do I think of Dylan Gabriel if he goes to Georgia or Oregon? I mean, I think it's fine. I mean, he's a good college quarterback. Michael Penix going to the Buccaneers. I think Gabriel is a very, very nice college quarterback. You get another guy with a ton of experience in there. Oregon, in their first year of being a Big Ten school, should be a-okay. Jets select Patrick Paul. I think technically, should this be the Packers pick? I think technically it should be the Packers pick. Who do I have? I got the Bears tonight, Mr. Mike. Charges. They're going Quinion Mitchell. Washington did not get the fourth and fifth pick. This is the second round. If you remember, they traded away Montez Sweat to the Bears. Yep, like it's still on the board. Show low, man. Here. Where is my Twitter app? There it is. All right. Oh, yeah, my guy. Be easy, bud. Yep, second round. Second round. Yeah, he's a little inconsistent this year. I was mainly talking about the defense. It's ranked 25th in the league, which is the same as last year, but the difference is we have more talent. I mean, you have more talent, but pass rush is still an issue. Yeah, you got Boye Mafe emerging, but Nwosu's been hurt. You don't have that other pass rusher that can help out, like along on the edge. Okay, we got Jatavion Sanders going to the Titans. It's interesting. Then Kalen Bullock going to the Eagles. I like that. That dude's got so much range. And then Cam Kitchens went to Vegas. I kind of disagree a little bit with Ricky Pearsall. I think he's just a vertical slot guy. That's about it. I mean, when you think about it, when it comes to like Pearsall, like you just watch him. It's like I don't think he can handle the physicality. Um, I don't think he can handle the physicality it takes to play on the outside. He's just better equipped being a slot player. Chris Jenkins going to the Packers. Who did the Lions draft in the first round in this walk the mock? Terry and Arnold. Fuanga, don't know if I mean he could probably move into guard, but I'd rather have him stay at tackle because the guy's got great movement skills. But yeah, he could probably play guard. I don't know if he could play on the left side. He's been on the right side his whole career. Yeah, I mean, 3 hour. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Pete Carroll's leaving this season, and I don't think y'all are firing him either. I would be very surprised. JJ McCarthy going to the Rams. Thoughts on Terry Arnold? Had what? Oh, you thought Terry Arnold had only played 2 years? He's a red shirt. He's a red shirt, which means he didn't play for a season or he played 4 or less games. If you're a 3 year player, you're eligible for the draft, which means true juniors and redshirt sophomores. The Giants took Chop Robinson. They traded down. Don't know how trades got through in this, but they did. Travion Henderson going to the Bengals. That's interesting. First run back off the board. I mean, look at all these. Look at all this talent just falling. Oh, I'm gonna have a good pick at with the Bears' next pick. I'm gonna have a lot of talent just looking me in the eye. Was me? All right, Bills pick coming in 3, 2, 1. They grabbed Keon Coleman first, so let's see what they do here. They go Nazir Stackhouse. Whew. So they go a big meaty boy in the middle. A little higher than I have him. I think he's fine, but like third, fourth round fine. Not first round fine or second round fine. Houston Texans, pick is in. Xavier Leggett, man, he's there. He's there, so take him. I like that big body speed threat. Oh, he is a freak. New Orleans Saints on the board. And the Saints are going to come away with Kingsley Sumatea. So they get a developmental tackle. They could probably play guard early. Brian Thomas is a good pick for the Falcons. I'm a big fan of Brian Thomas. Thought Quinn Ewers was coming back. He has not confirmed it yet. He has yet to confirm if he is going to return. We will get the Indianapolis Colts, and we'll see what the Vikings do. They took Jaden Daniels in the first round. Colts took. Who did the Colts take? Oh, that's right, Kalen Keene. Jordan Morgan. Jordan Morgan. Probably could start him at guard if you really want to. Gives you a fail safe on Bernard Ryman. Oh, Brian Thomas kind of is a burner, man. Brian Thomas is pretty fast. He's gonna be in the 4.4s. Braylon Allen. Oh, that's interesting. Get that you hate your running backs, but whew. What are your thoughts on Ruben? I have no idea who that is, Michael. Ewers can come back, but there's reports that Archie is staying in Texas. Yeah, no, I mean Ewers could come back and start next year and be okay. Like there is no rush to have to start Arch, and I think even Archie Manning has said that too. Just popped in to hit that like button. Have a good stream. Hey, thanks, Giants fan. Will do. What he said, hit that like button. Always much appreciated. Oh, much obliged. All right, this will be the Giants' second pick. They took Chop Robinson at the beginning. Well, this is actually, I think this is technically their third pick. Lad McConkey. Ooh, interesting. He's a 6'8" tackle at an A&M. Okay, is he eligible? Oh, that's right. They took Leonard Taylor earlier. Is he eligible? The name of the game. Actually, I'll just check it on my web browser. Who is this year? Zach Tom of Lyman? A guy that could. A lot of people are going to look at as a center, but ends up keeping him at tackle. Graham Barton. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like the Dolphins, like there is a lot of good offensive interior prospects on the board. Like day 2 is going to be littered with offensive linemen, man. There's a lot of good players. Barrett Carter going to the Steelers. Ruben Fothery. This guy played all of 13 snaps this year. He ain't coming out this year. Ain't no way he comes out this year. He's got another year of eligibility as well. But ain't no way he comes out this year. Played all of 13 snaps at left tackle. And prior to that, it's been a right tackle mainstay. And, oh, man, Trey Zong took his spot and has played freaking phenomenal. So I think there's probably a good case that Fothery probably moves back to right tackle if he stays with the Aggies. Jeremiah Trotter going to the Browns. So we see Clemson linebackers back to back. Have you ever noticed Jane Daniels' stats at Arizona State are very comparable to JJ McCarthy's at Michigan? I have not noticed that. Theoretically, since Jane Daniels has 55 more passing attempts than McCarthy, he should be 460-ish yards ahead. What? Oh, I see. Oh, you're comparing. Oh, I got you. There were a lot of problems back in Arizona State during those days. If you remember, those were the Herm Edwards years. If the Dolphins somehow got Jackson Powers Johnson from Oregon, man, chef's kiss. He's here, he's available, and it's Tyler Guyton. Oh, you're good, Michael. I was just checking your work, dude, because I was like, oh, I haven't heard of this guy nor recall seeing him play. No, that's right. I forgot Parcell and Wilson were Arizona State guys. Ayuk, man, yeah, I guess Jaden Daniels, he started as a freshman, didn't he? That's wild. All right, so we got Dallas's next pick. It is in. It's Josh Newton. It's fine. It's fine. Detroit Lions, their pick is in. And it's Michael Hall, man. Ooh. Feels a little early for Hall just because he's a little undersized and whatnot. So he might be more of someone that's a little more scheme dependent. And I think McCarthy can be quarterback 3, but I don't know, man. We'll see we'll see this playoff run for him. Dallas snagged Emeka Ibuka with their first pick. All right, you got Jack Sawyer going to the Jaguars. So much wide receiver talent still lately. You got Polk, Wilson. Man, I am curious who's going to be around for the Bears. Yo, no kidding, Michael. That's kind of on the nose. He had eight attempts. That stinking Penn State game. All right, you got Mason Smith going to the Chiefs. Oh, sorry, Gojo. Did I scare you, buddy? So Niners took Tyler Newbin. Don't know if there's a tackle left on the board for him. They could probably go there though. Yeah, maybe not. I don't see a tackle left for him. I think Polk will be a high end 2 wide receiver in the NFL. I could see that. I mean, I think he's probably going to be also a top 50 prospect. Polk going to the Niners. Just talked about him. All right, Baltimore Ravens. They up on the clock. All right, what do we got, Ravens? So I do have my eyes on a player. Kind of curious if he will be there though when I pick. All right, Ravens. They will be selecting. Ray Benson, a running back. Interesting. Does Baltimore ever make a bad pick in the first 3 rounds? Doesn't feel like it. I don't know. Ben Cleveland hasn't really panned out for the Ravens, so I think he was a 3rd rounder. I liked Ben Cleveland coming out too. Pretty shocked that he hasn't really gelled with the offense. Got this Eagles pick about to come through. All right, Eagles grab Johnny Wilson. Not bad. Good talent. With my next pick, I'm passing on Ewers because I believe he's going back. Yeah, you could do that, dude. Got the Jags selecting. I believe they took a wide receiver, right? Yeah, they took AD Mitchell. Oh, you hear that, Gojo? It's feeding time. Here you go, bud. All right, Panthers. They're gonna be taking Pritzley Omega Lang. That was actually the next guy I was kind of eyeing for the Bears, hoping he might make it back. Reunite him and Gervon Dexter. It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, Colleen Carson also accepted his Senior Bowl invite. I don't know if he accepted that today as well. Felt like it was like he did that sooner, but yeah, he's gonna be the Senior Bowl. Senior Bowl looking fun as hell this year. Oh man, there's a lot of good talent still left on the board. Patriots, Jackson Powers Johnson. Oh, freaking took the guy I was in love with. I would have loved actually him for the Bears. Let's take a gander. Yeah, I'm gonna take Jonah Ellis. Get that edge help. He's twitched up out of his mind. Might be a year early for him. I think he could probably be a first rounder, but it's all good. Uh, yeah, Quinion's nice. You took Neighbors fourth, that being one pick ahead of Jamar. I'm assuming you. Yes, yes. I still think Jamar is much better prospect. How much better of a prospect was dude? Jamar was one of the best wide receiver prospects I think I laid eyes on. Like I loved Jamar just because. Listen, where guys fall in the draft is usually a bigger indication of what the class looked like. I loved Jamar. I don't like Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't know if it's with Marvin Harrison Jr. I think I still have Jamar ahead of him. That's how nice of a prospect Jamar was. Yeah, Senior Bowl and Shrine Bowl will be allowing juniors this year. Ben Sinnott. Okay. That's an interesting pick. Feels a little early for Sinnott, but I feel like we could see maybe a run on the tight ends in like early day 3, just because the tight end class is not that great. Quinn Ewers going to the Giants. All right, we got the Bucks. Already made all my picks, and I'm pretty happy with my class, especially when you consider that round 2 pick for the Bears is essentially Montez Sweat. All right. Here's the Bucks pick. They select Javon Bullard. Yeah, Matabuke in the transfer portal. Did I say Matabuke? Makuba. You also got Rocket Sanders in the transfer portal. Transfer portal is wild. Let's actually go to 24 Sports, 24/7 Sports. Take a look at this position by position. Oh, that's from last year. What the heck? You got Cedric Van Pran going to the Jets. So Aiden, is it Chili's? I think it's Chili's. They have him predicted Michigan State. I know Dante Moore meets with Michigan tomorrow, but you got Riley Leonard. They got him predicted to Notre Dame. You got, was it Brock Vandegrift, the Georgia backup, probably reserve, going to Kentucky. Oh yeah, DeQuan Finn, the Toledo quarterback. I forgot he entered the transfer portal. Jonathan Brooks going to the Chargers. Will Rogers, they have him predicted going to Washington. Ooh, that's interesting. Curtis Rorick's in the transfer portal? Oh man, I thought he might come out. Okay, okay, I see you. I see you. I don't think they have Sanders in here just yet. At least I don't see Sanders. London Humphreys, they have predicted going to Georgia. That's interesting. You got Audric Estime going to the Cardinals, and then TJ Tampa. That's a great pick for the Bucks. Great, great, great pick. The thing with Cam Ward, right? Wherever he goes, I'm pretty confident Josh Kelly's following. Pretty confident. So Chris Tyree is going from Notre Dame to Virginia? Oh, he is from Virginia. Okay. That makes a little more sense, but a little shocked at that. Thought he would go to a more high profile school. Let's see. Any other cats commit? So you got Tyler Davis going to the Seahawks. I feel like he's got too many limitations. He's probably going to be more of an early day 3 pick. Jason Marshall Jr., feel like he's coming back. He got blown up all kinds of different ways. Whoa, so Walter Nolan did officially enter the transfer portal. I did not know that. That's wild. You got a lot of guys starting to leave Duke, man. RJ Oben's gone. You got Peebles gone. Like, that Duke defense is not going to be as good as it was this season. Oh, wow. They got Makuba rated pretty low. Okay. You got Malachi Corley going to the Rams because they need more weapons. What? Can't believe Tampa fell to the Raiders. Had to pick them. Oh, dude, the talent is there. Overton also. Yeah. I talked about Overton earlier. How many people from Colorado is entered in the transfer portal? Oh, can I separate this by school? Probably can. All right. So I got one, two. Michael Harrison. He had the is leaving Colorado. He had the big game against Colorado State earlier this year. But three, four, five. I only got six players officially leave. Seven players officially leaving Colorado, or at least in the transfer portal. Tate Ratledge going to the Bengals. I'm not that high on him, but hey, you do you, baby boo. Wow, man, Patrick Payton really shocked me. That really shocked me. Cedric Gray going to the Packers. I don't know who was drafting for the Vikings, but I love it. You didn't take the overrated QB who had to run away from the SEC. Okay, well, Bo Nix didn't have to run away from the SEC. He had to run away from Auburn, and then he went to a Power Five program. Had to run away from the SEC. Ah, homie, dude. He had to run away from the Gus Bus, which is the right decision. Gus Bradley. Wow. Now I'm just speaking from my subconscious. Uh, Gus was terrible, dude. Gus Bus was terrible. It'll be more if Sanders' kids declare for the draft. Yeah, they're not probably not doing that though. Florida Insider said Peyton wanted more money than what Verse got this season. Ah, I see, said the blind man. I see, said the blind man. Chris Abrams Drain coming off the board. Freaking love Chris Abrams Drain. Brandon Dorless going to the Broncos, and Chris Abrams Drain going to the Cardinals. Okay, I don't see any other big names as of right now. Giants on the clock, by the way. I don't like check down Keen. Oh, you mean that check down Keen that has like 12 touchdowns of 20 plus yards or more? And I ain't talking like, oh, guy ran with the football. I mean like air yards. Blake Corum. All right, you could take Jaden Daniels. I mean, him and Bo Nix, I think, are fairly close to one another. So I think it's that big of a difference. All right, ESPN. Let's see your news. Man, Chris Tyree committed to Virginia, man. Yeah, going back home. That was the big thing for him, going back home. He was a grad transfer. I don't think I said this, but Blake Corum going to the Giants, and then we got the Colts pick up. Kalen Carson. There he goes. Oh, Trequezy Bridges. He's transferring from Oregon. Oh, was he a grad transfer as well? No, he's not a grad. Well, he might be. I don't know. Again, the Rona year kind of makes things weird. But might be a grad transfer. That was another guy. I was like, who are these big corners for freaking Oregon? Yeah, wow. Curtis Rourke entering the transfer portal. That blows my mind. I thought he was going to probably get in like a Shrine Bowl or something. Zach Zittner going to the Lions. Think Riley Leonard can do well at Notre Dame? Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's giving you a more athletic option at quarterback than Sam Hartman. If the Raiders wanted a QB badly, would they trade up for Daniels? Ugh. I don't like the idea of trading up for QB3 in this class. Just gonna say that. We got computer took Andrew Makuba, fresh in the transfer portal. Watch out. I mean that is literally fresh as of today. So here I gotta move a couple of these guys off my 2024 board. All right, so we saw Curtis. I wonder where Rourke goes, man. Cause like legit, I think he could probably go Power 5 and be all right. I mean, I think it'd be better than what we saw from Jack Plummer. We got Rook Aurora going to the Steelers. All right, we got to take off Rocket Sanders. We take him out. Dude, next year's run back class is freaking nuts. All right, so let me just read some of the names off for next year's running back class. You got Quinshawn Judkins, Nicholas Singleton. You got Jaden Ott. You got Ashton Ginty. Don't know if that's how you say it. But Ollie Gordon, Marion Hampton, Damian Martinez, Trevor Etienne. You got and now Rocket Sanders. Like next year's run back class could be hecka fun. Oh, by the way, Rocket Sanders going to the Browns. I think I already took Jalen Catalans back in the transfer portal too. Not football related, but the Red Sox Yankees just made a trade with one another. I did see that. What about Nazir Stackhouse to the Cowboys? Hey, Ruv, quit spamming the chat. Just at Broshmo and let me know. Is this a question? What about? I don't know what you mean. What about Nazir Stackhouse to the Cowboys? He's not happening here. Nazir Stackhouse is already off the board. If that's what you're asking. You think Etienne maybe hits transfer portal? Uh-oh, dog's got in trouble. Cowboys take Bucky Irvin. And then you got Adisa Isaac. I'm not this high on him. I like him early parts of day 3. I don't know how I feel. I mean, I get it. The edge class is kind of wonky. in the third round. Like there's kind of this drop off, so we're probably gonna see a couple of names. Like you could go ahead and take a quick look at it. Bucky Irvin's the running back for the Ducks. He is hecka good. Gojo, buddy. We're getting under everyone's skin, I hear. You out there being a busy boy? All right, so ZTF, he's a day 3 guy. Muhammad Kamara, I probably like him more at the early parts of day 3, so like 4th round. There goes Talik Williams. He's pretty nice. Jasheen Davis, again another guy that's probably like a 4th, 5th rounder. Steve Linton, just a lot of his production came this season. Like Syracuse just didn't use him well. Oh, they got Patrick Payton up in here. That's interesting. I'm not wild about Nelson Caesar. I think he's fine. I do like I like not Brandon Jackson, but I like his teammate Ron Stone a ton. What are some of the other cats they got here? David Thomas is nice. He's just an older prospect. I do love me John Morgan, but he's probably UDFA. Okay, let's see if they listed some of these guys with D-line. Okay. DJ James going to the Chiefs. Landon Jackson, I think he probably comes back, but he's an interesting name just because in terms of the athlete he is at like 6'7", 281. Is that what they got him listed at? 6'7", 2. Hey, look at that! And I said that from memory. Moose Muhammad, good. Moose Muhammad probably needs another year, man. Moose Muhammad just didn't get utilized a ton at A&M this past season. Just didn't, the ball didn't get thrown his way a ton. I think he is good, but he ain't like day 2 good. I like Darius Robinson in a Bill Belichick defense. Salah, D'Amico style. Oh, I do like that. That's a good shout out. Because he played mainly edge, but I mean, that guy's like, what, 6'5", 295, so. Tommy Eichenberg going to Washington, by the way. Birch is another one of these guys that's probably more of a 5 tech. There's Ashton Gillette, who I think might come back. Tyler Barron, man, I still haven't gone into that cat. I do like David Van, but another guy that's probably works better is a 5 tech. Jermaine Lowell's not in this draft class. Well, those are a few of the guys like off the top of my head. I did just watch this cat from Western Michigan. What was his name? Marshawn Nealon? He's fun, but another one that's probably more this back end or back into the 3rd, 4th round. Dante Corleone is actually going back to school. Would love to see Mkuba go to Iowa to play under Parker, especially with John leaving. That could be fun. I don't know how he feels about going to play in colder weather, I should say. Yeah, let's take a look at this interior class. Yeah, because Corey Long, the Godfather, Cincinnati's Godfather. Let's go with that. Him return to school kind of leaves a few things open. Yeah, maybe I'd move Darius Robinson to my tweeners list. All right, here's the last pick, and then we're gonna run through these draft classes. Max Melton. Okay, that ain't bad. Thoughts on Tyree Wilson? I know you were super. I wasn't super high on him coming out. I think I had. Oh, please say I had him outside my top 10 because I didn't love him initially. And then I was like, okay, I can see what people see in him. So yeah, he's got some tools. And I kind of fell into that trap, admittedly. Where did I end up? Okay. I did end up having him outside of my top 10. I had him at 11, so I guess, yeah, technically that would make me high on him. But, like, I had a bunch of edge rushers bunched up. It was like Will Anderson and then everybody else. Because, like, at 11, I had Wilson, 14, Miles Murphy, 15, Lucas Van Ness, 16, uh, Nolan Smith, and then BJ Ojolari at 29, Will McDonald at 30, Felix Anudike Uzama at 36, Isaiah Foskey at 50, Tuli Toi Peloto at 57, Derek Hall at 63, Keon White at 68. Then Byron Young at 81. He ends up being pretty darn good. I think it looks like he's at least putting at least somewhat. He's putting it somewhat together now for the Raiders. Still a long way to go, man, but like I don't know. At this point, you're just kind of hoping, okay, next year he's going to be a heck of a lot better for us. Arizona Cardinals took Marvin Harrison Jr., Kool-Aid McKinstry, Javondre Sweat, Cooper BB, Audric Estime, and Chris Abrams-Strain. That's a pretty good draft. I think that's pretty solid. You really address the defense. You get a good guard here in BB. And yeah, call it a day. Falcons, remember, they traded up. They got Brian Thomas and Drake May. That's a win for me. Now they just need to get Arthur Smith. I mean, I imagine getting a quarterback Arthur Smith has confidence in would go a long way. Because I'm just going to say, I think he runs this offense vastly different with Ryan Tannehill than what we've seen with Heineke and Ritter. Baltimore grabs Kamari Lassiter, Trey Benson, and Corleone. Corleone is a not going to be in this class, allegedly. Transfer portal guy. Bills take Keon Coleman and Nazir Stackhouse. Stackhouse, not, I mean, this is high for him, second round. Not a sexy option, but I get it. He's kind of meat in the middle. 80 Mitchell, Princely going to the Panthers. He's actually really good Panthers picks right here. Good job, computer. You could judge me for what I did with the Bears, but I took Caleb Williams, Malik Neighbors, and then Jonah Ellis. Bengals snagged Drazon Newton, Henderson, Ratledge. Don't love that class. Again, I don't think Newton, I love Newton. This is within his range for me, but I don't think that's the type of interior player they're looking for. If DJ Reader doesn't come back, they're gonna be looking for someone with a little bit more meat. Trotter goes to the Browns, and then Rocket Sanders, who just entered the transfer portal. Cowboys took Emeka Ibuka, Josh Newton, Bucky Irvin. All good picks. People might get mad that, oh man, these aren't needs for the team, but that's not what the draft is. Just draft the best players on the board. The Broncos took JT Tuimoloau, and they kind of doubled down and grabbed Brandon Dorless. I mean, Brandon Dorless is just JT with a little bit more size for the interior, but very similar picks, I guess. Taron Arnold, Michael Hall Jr., Zach Zittner, and then Adisa Isaac. I think this is fine. Only with Isaac, I feel like that's like a James Houston replacement. Because I think Isaac's a little underweight, I believe. Not underweight. I think he's like a 240. I could be getting that wrong. 248, so actually not that bad. Golly, I feel like he's thinner than that, but okay. Green Bay Packers took J.C. Latham, Chris Jenkins. Jason Marshall, I feel like will come back, but until he declares otherwise, he is available. Then Cedric Gray, I feel like that's all right. This is high for Marshall for me, though. I think he really kind of blundered this season. Houston Texans take Braylon Trice and Xavier Leggett. That's actually pretty good. Those are really good picks there. Colts, Kalen Keene, feel like he might come back. Jordan Morgan, and then They double down on corner and get Kayleen Carson. Jags take Burke, Sawyer, and Williams. So really addressing the defense. That defense that got shocked by Jake Browning last night. Chiefs take Xavier Worthy, so they get some speed. They get a very versatile piece in Mason Smith, and then DJ James, who I don't feel like fits them at all. I feel like he's going to be more of like an off coverage, off zone corner. You're not putting this cat in press. He's sub 170. Chargers take Liatu Latu, Quinion Mitchell, Jonathan Brooks. Feel like that's fairly solid. You got the Rams, Nate Wiggins, JJ McCarthy, Malachi Corley. That's actually pretty darn good. I like that one. Raiders take Bo Nix, Cam Kitchens, and TJ Tampa. That's actually a pretty solid draft. I like that. Kitchens, you get that safety that can pair up with Merrick, and then Tampa gives you some size on the outside. Miami Dolphins, Cooper Jean, Tyler Guyton. They addressed tackle. I'm happy. Minnesota Vikings, Jane Daniels, and Braylon Allen. Braylon Allen's fine. I do know at this part, probably the edge class was probably kind of meh. So, I mean, I think there's probably a case to be made that, maybe take Princely. But, like, Allen's fine. I'm a big fan of Allen. Patriots got Bowers, Franklin, and Jackson Powers Johnson. I love all three of these players. They got everything but the quarterback. Maybe they signed Kirk Cousins. And if so, that's kind of nice. Saints took Dallas Turner and Kingsley Suamatea. I feel like the Saints are a relatively hard team to draft for. So just go out and get good players. And it's kind of cool. The Giants did trade down. They grabbed Chop Robinson, Leonard Taylor, Ladd McConkey, Quinn Ewers, and Blake Corum. That feels like a relatively safe draft. Jets got Roma Dunze, Patrick Paul, and then Cedric Van Pran. I like what you did here with the offensive line. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Paul, I will acknowledge, hey, Paul is tall and he's athletic. I get it. He's got some traits. And Roma Dunze is just a stud. Eagles took Graham Barton, Kalen Bullock, Johnny Wilson, Max Melton. All feel like really good players. You got Steelers taking Ramarius Mims, Barrett Carter, and Rook Aurora. That's a relatively solid draft. You got the Seahawks taking Fuaga, Tyler Davis, and Andrew Makuba, who's fresh out of the transfer, fresh in the transfer portal. 49ers, I actually really like this. Tyler Nubin, they grabbed the first safety off the board, and then Jalen Polk actually is kind of nice. Buccaneers grabbed Joe Alt, Michael Penix Jr., Javon Bullard. That's a pretty darn good draft right there. And then Tennessee Titans, Jared Verse, Jatavion Sanders. Not in love with the second pick. Feel like you probably want to address something else there, especially knowing how good day 2 is with the offensive line. And then the Commanders take Olu Fashanu, Chris Braswell, Troy Fatanu, Ben Sinnott, I felt like was a bit of a reach. And Tommy Eichenberg is very solid linebacker. So I said, linebacker. So good on that. But let's run through any last second chats. Okay. I see you, Caden. I see you. I don't think they're gonna let Josh Jacobs leave Las Vegas. He kind of feels like the heart and soul of that offense. But hey, we'll see. We're still a ways away from the offseason. But that's it for the stream, guys. I'll be back. I haven't decided if I'm going to do Thursday Night Football. I'm pretty sure that's going to be kind of hellish. It's going to suck. With it being the Steelers, Mitch Trubisky and the Steelers taking on, I assume, Bailey Zappi and the Patriots. That just sounds miserable. But maybe I'll go check it out. Maybe we'll check it out. We'll see. What did the cards do? Sorry you missed it. Brandon, just scroll back a little bit in the live stream. I went over it. First team I went over. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see y'all in the next one. You're gonna get a mock the mock tomorrow, and then I'm gonna work on some other videos that kind of pertain to the draft, but also the NFL. But till next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.